Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this inaugural episode of a new show we're calling the Animal Services Paw Cast. I'm Ramon Herrera. I'm the lead public affairs coordinator overseeing animal services. Coming up in the show, we'll tell you about several things going on, including our upcoming adoption event. Also coming up, we'll introduce you to one of our volunteers who is part of our growing team of life-saving all-stars and how you can become one yourself. And finally, we'll let you know how you can turn your gently used shoes into cash that will help the hundreds of shelter pets here at Animal Services. Let's kick off our podcast by taking a look at the live release rate for the month of September. In September, Animal Services reached a live release rate of 50.9%. In total, 2,193 animals came through the shelter last month. If you haven't heard, the city of El Paso earlier this year has committed to improve its live release rate each year in hopes of reaching a 90% live release rate by the end of 2020. The goal for 2016 is to have at least an average live release rate of 50% or higher. Well, part of increasing that live release rate is increasing the adoption rate. And this month we have a special where we're once again waiving adoption fees. On Saturday, October 15th, Animal Services will be waiving adoption fees for all dogs. But don't worry, if you're a cat lover, adoption fees for cats will be waived the following day, Sunday, October 16th. The waiver adoption fees do include the animal spay-neuter procedure, age-appropriate vaccinations, microchip, and city license. To see our adoptable pets, visit us in person at 5001 Fred Wilson Avenue, or online at epanimalservices.com. Well, speaking of adoptions, we want to give you a recap of our last adoption event in September, in which we partnered with our national partners, the Best Friends Animal Society. This low-cost adoption event had a sports theme titled, Welcome Home Your New MVP. This adoption special featured reduced adoption fees of only $25 throughout the month of September. By the end of the month, we had adopted just under 500 animals who have now found their forever home. And the adoption fund did not end there. Also in September, Animal Services was invited to the Parks and Recreation Department's annual Dog Day swimming event to give attendees the perfect opportunity to find a new furry friend. The convenience of the adoption van allowed attendees to take their newly adopted pup and its paperwork straight to the gate for a day of contests, games, swimming, and fun in the sun. Along with the Dog Day swimming event, Animal Services attended two other off-site events at different PetSmart locations, one on Sunland Park Drive and the other at the fountains at Farrah. The adoption team hopes to continue attending and hosting regular off-site adoptions in hopes of further saving as many lives as possible. And speaking of adoptions, our volunteers play a big role in helping adopt many of the animals here at Animal Services. And right now we're looking for more volunteers who have time during the weekday to help out. So what is it like to volunteer here at Animal Services? Our volunteer, Julia, gives you an inside look.
It feels real good when you show a dog and you can tell it's a good match, and then you go in and they start filling out paperwork. It's great.
Besides assisting customers who are looking to adopt, volunteers like Julia do it all, from walking animals to grooming animals. Volunteers help care for the many faces who need love and attention.
That's why I come here and volunteer, because it's good therapy. You know you're making a difference.
Julia has found volunteering at Animal Services to be very rewarding, finding comfort in each one of her encounters.
Dogs are pretty much just there for you. They're friendly, they're always happy to see you. I mean, you look around as we walk through and most of them are wagging their tails and stuff like that. And so you know you're making a difference here, and that makes me feel good. I think I need to be needed, and the dogs need me.
Animal Services is looking for many more volunteers like Julia, especially volunteers who have time to spare on weekdays.
The volunteers are what really make a difference.
Julia even has a message for those who are on the fence about volunteering, and even has a message for those folks who have been critical about the shelter's image.
There's no reason to be on the fence, especially if you're one of the ones out there bad-mouthing us. I mean, come on in and see what we really do here, see what a difference we make, and see the challenges that we're up against. Come and volunteer. With the fall season sending people back to work, we've already begun looking for our new batch of volunteers. If you're looking to become a VIP volunteer, you can contact Rose at 487-7596 to learn more about our upcoming volunteer orientations and animal handling trainings. In other volunteer news, one of our latest life-saving programs, Community Cats, was featured by a local radio station on their website. They covered our recent push for volunteer drivers. Thanks to our Community Cat program, we have been able to save hundreds of kitties' lives this year. However, we are in need of help. We have many feral and semi-feral cats from the county areas that have gone through the Community Cats program but need rides back to their communities. We're looking for volunteer drivers to take these cats to county areas such as Montana Vista, Socorro, and Horizon. If you're looking to be a volunteer driver, contact our Community Cat Coordinator, Karen, at burdenkl@elpasotexas.gov. And finally, if you're looking to support the Animal Services Shelter, now you can just by doing some fall cleaning. From now until November 5th, the shelter will be collecting new or gently worn shoes in an effort to raise money for the hundreds of shelter pets currently at Animal Services. This initiative, called Shoes for Shelters, is part of a partnership with Wolf Tracks, who sends the shoes to impoverished countries. In exchange for the shoes, Wolf Tracks will make a donation to the Animals of Animal Services. To drop off your shoes, you can visit the shelter located at 5001 Fred Wilson Avenue, or you can also drop off at any Petco location across El Paso. We are hoping to collect more than 100 bags of shoes by the end of the campaign.
That does it for us on this inaugural episode of the Animal Services Paw Cast. To learn more about us, you could visit us online at epanimalservices.com or come visit us in person. We're located at 5001 Fred Wilson Avenue. For now, we want to say bye and thank you for being a friend and a partner of El Paso Animal Services.